Hello, Satsang at Astrology. I am back with the Virgo new moon that just happens midnight, sometimes in some places falls on August 22nd, in some other places August 23rd, because it happens overnight around midnight. And Central Time is 1 a.m. 6 minutes or 16 minutes, something like that. So, and it is a square Uranus. So, surprise, there is something going on in the house occupied by Gemini in your personal chart. That is changing radically, unexpectedly, something that actually is very out of the blue, like we say. So some news, some announcement, or some communication, of course, because it's Gemini. It could be a letter you received. It could be news on the TV. It could be an announcement from someone. It depends on the house occupied by Gemini and transited by Uranus. Remember that I work tropical astrology, and I focus on whole sign house system. I have checked and proof other whole house systems like Placidus and Regiomontanus and Porphyry. None of those are so precise as the whole sign houses. Remember that tropical astrology is archetypal. So we have an archetype in our psyche that is associated with this scheme of things, right? With this configuration of the cosmos. So it's if you like, is an imaginary or psychic or like a blueprint, right, in our psyche that is associated with the cosmos. So there is nothing logical about it, but it works. Let's say that. So whole sign house system is the most precise and telling. Let me tell you, when I have a client, they say, wow, your interpretations are so on point, because they hit on the actual events that they are experiencing. So this Virgo new moon forms a yod between the conjunction of Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto on the other side. So these slow-moving planets form the base of the yod, and the new moon at the cusp. And we will analyze the chart. But keep in mind that this new moon is square Uranus, so don't be surprised if you have surprises, and especially news announcing something. Something is getting out for you to know. So there are revelations, maybe. And this is the chart, a little bit distorted because of the presentation, but I'm going to show you the actual chart, and it's just to let you know that this new moon is at 0 degree 22 of Virgo. And let's talk a little bit about Virgo and how this is a new, so new, not only because it's new moon, but because it's 0 degree is the the Fool card, right? That you get started on something completely new and surprising because of the square to Uranus. But it's also in conjunct Saturn, Neptune, and in conjunct Pluto. So we will go to the chart in the software and I will show you. But this is how it falls on the United States from the point of view of Washington, D.C. And the new moon crosses this line. It is about following the Mississippi River, maybe. So it's like cutting the country in two pieces. The biggest part on the west, the smaller part on the east, although it's more populated over here. But it seems like something new starts in this region that will probably mark a division or something. We have, let's see, we have Uranus going and crossing on the AC and crossing Mercury here, passing New Mexico, west in New Mexico. So maybe some news and surprising news regarding something in New Mexico. And the most significant, I think, is this Pluto in the midheaven that keeps repeating every lunation, keeps repeating on this region of the West. So Pluto, if you've seen my previous videos, you've seen that this line of Pluto always is here with every lunation. So something is brewing, a profound transformation is brewing in the west of the country. Not only that, but we have Uranus and the AC squaring this Pluto, and it's here in this region in the state of Oregon. So it's east of the state of Oregon, and so I wouldn't discard the idea of earthquake or volcano or profound surprise transformation due to some natural disaster or something. It could be, I don't know, it could be fires, it could be something. But this square here crossing the Uranus, Pluto, brings events that are noticeable. So expect the unexpected, obviously. But yeah, where else? Nothing else significant, but this is really significant. So there may be an earthquake brewing there. So as always, I let you know that I am available for personal, private, confidential consultations. I work as a professional astrologer, and I offer private consultations, as I said, for especially now I am focusing on the eclipse season, which starts actually with this new moon. This new moon starts the moon cycle for the eclipses. So be aware of those events that are radical, that are surprising. I have a video in my channel that focuses on the eclipses when they either conjunct, square, oppose any of your natal planets. So you may be curious about watching those. Especially, there are two videos. One of them is for the eclipses on the North Node that is upcoming. Then the next eclipse in Pisces, September 7th, is on the North Node. And the next 21st of September, equinox day, is on the South Node. So there is a big difference there. So don't hesitate to contact me if you are going through a special time in your life. You would need the guidance of an astrologer. So with no more comments, I will now go to the chart. So here is the chart of, let's see, this new moon, 0 degrees, 22 minutes. And as I said, and you may have already heard, that is forming a yod, which is sometimes called the finger of God. And what is all about this? So I will show you piece by piece what this is all about. So finger of God is two inconjuncts and then a sextile at the base. So this is the new moon triggering these two or three planets instead, because it's conjunction Saturn, Neptune, that is operative, and Pluto. It's activating and triggering their energy. And how they do it? Well, inconjunct or quincunx is an aspect of challenge. It's equivalent to a square and a sextile. A square 90 degrees, a sextile 60 degrees. This means that there is a challenge, and then there is a way to solve it. But we need to first face that challenge, be challenged, and then we need to find a solution. Meaning that there is a need for adjustment, for adaptation, for modification. But let's go piece by piece, because these are two different kinds of quincunx, and they're different, and I'm going to explain why they are different. So let's take Saturn and Neptune. And as you know, the fastest planets, like the moon and the sun, will create the aspect. So meaning that by transit, they are aspecting Saturn, Neptune. And they are separated by 3, 6, 9, 12, 150 degrees. And the angle of 150 corresponds to the energy of Virgo. And what does Virgo means? Well, it means rationality, logic, organization, the need to clean house, the need to be discerning, separating the wheat from the shaft. And is the time of harvest in the northern hemisphere, is the time when we are harvesting the fruits and discarding the rest. So Virgo has this quality of identifying what needs cleaning, identifying what is out of balance, what is the problem. So Virgo is always focusing on the frame that is out of square or that is not balanced, uh, the napkin that is not well folded, the fork that is not clean, the house that is disorderly, the child that is misbehaving, everything that is out of balance, Virgo will notice. and Virgo will immediately have a solution. And Virgo will say, for example, if you injure yourself, Virgo will say, oh, can I help you clean the wound? Can I help you put a bandage on it? Do you need me to take you to the hospital? So Virgo immediately has the solution. And these are what Virgos are. They are here on the earth in order to identify the problem and give the solution. So many people don't like that because they say, oh, Virgo are so critical and so negative. No, we are here to help you. And I'm a Virgo rising, so that's why I'm saying we're here to help. Virgo is for service. Virgo is wants to help you resolve the problems and wants to serve. So it's the helper. In traditional in the ancient times in astrology, Virgo sign represented servants, slaves as well. So people who solve problems, right? Who help cleaning and did all the manual work, all the heavy work, right? So there is a problem. And what is the problem? This Saturn and Neptune. This Neptune is eroding the power of Saturn. If you look at the mundane environment, you see authorities, for example, that are not obeying the laws. They're not obeying international agreements and everything that is assumed to be conservative, traditional, things that were probably not written or spoken, but everybody agreed to the ethics, right? Saturn is very ethical. Saturn is traditional, and Saturn wants responsibility, discipline, and doing the right thing. But Neptune is washing away this Saturn like the ocean eroding the rocks of the coast and actually demolishing this Saturn, everything symbolized by Saturn. So there is the tendency not to obey the law, so fall into crime publicly like nothing is wrong, right? And do all the things that are not allowed. It seems like people do them like if it were normal. So that is the problem. That is the problem and creating more problems. So this new moon then starts identifying, well, there's something out of balance here, right? We need to clean house. We need to see how we are going to resolve this problem. Now, let's take the aspect the moon and the sun makes to Pluto. It is a quincunx in conjunct. However, this has a different energy. Why? Because the distance is not 150 degrees. The distance is, as you count, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 2010. So 210, sorry, 210 degrees, counting from Pluto, the fastest planet, right, is 210 degrees. What is the energy of this angle? Is Scorpio energy. So this new moon for Pluto represents profound revelations. What is revealing this new moon? Well, it's going to reveal the problems, the dirty stuff, the things that in society, in communications, the people, the technology, the science. Pluto is bringing out the dirty stuff there, right? Revelations regarding science, for example, vaccines or news, that things that were hidden from the public about technology, about even Aquarius also represents the marketplace, right? Um, the stock market. So Pluto is bringing out the dirty deals, the things that are shady, right? And this new moon is saying, yeah, here we have a problem, and is going deep, deep into this scorpionic energy, going deep into the Scorpio hole and find everything secret. Okay, these are problems. There are crimes committed here. And there are things that are and not very clear and not very virtuous, right? So this scorpionic energy goes into research, investigation, deep investigation, going to the end of it, to the bottom of it, and revealing, well, here is the problem. The problem is hidden. And we may have revelations regarding sexual misconduct, sexual crimes, things that need to be cleaned out and revealed and taken out in the air to ventilate, right? So during this cycle, we will have to face our own personal hidden motives, because also the scorpionic energy, especially moon, sun related to Pluto, can bring out psychological trauma and psychological issues. So I think this moon cycle will be, at a personal level, a good month to focus on therapy, psychological consultation with a professional. That could be, if you are called to do that. Okay, so in addition, like that is not enough, the moon and the sun will soon after the new moon square Uranus. So what can we expect when there is all this digging deeply into looking for truth, for those crimes, those things? Well, we can expect Uranus to talk about it, Gemini. And so probably the news and the papers and internet and everywhere, the news in general will be very shocking, very surprising, because this new moon is digging deeply. And don't we need it? We need to uncover those dirty things in order for us to not be confused anymore, in order for us to heal. Ultimately, the scorpionic energy is a healing energy. Of course, we go through trauma and to hard times and sometimes cruel events, because obviously Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, as well as by Mars, traditionally. So Scorpio energy will bring us the opportunity for healing, even though, of course, first of all, as I said, is a square. The quincunx is a square, right? A challenge, a difficulty, some events that blocks us. But then we have this sextile that gives us the opportunity to make adjustments, to face the problem and solve it. That's the Virgo specialty. Solve problems. Virgo has the skills to put into work the solutions, right? For example, the sixth house, which is sixth house of Virgo rising, is Aquarius, which is brilliant, right? In order to work in daily routines, solve problems, right? Daily, in the commonplace. So this is in essence, the energy of this moon. Now, we have also this Venus that just made square to Chiron. So our values can be challenged by this Chiron, this wound, right, in the identity. So we may realize that our emotional Cancer values, Venus, may be revealed as wounded. So meaning that our values are hurt by this imbalance that I just described previously regarding the finger of God. Also, it may also represent that everything that is going on with this moon cycle will deeply affect our feelings, in our family or what we consider family, due to these problems and wounds of identity. And also, it may hurt the finances. So watch carefully regarding your family finances, because Venus in Cancer is focusing on family, home, what we consider a shelter. So that's a side, digamos, aside from the new moon. But essentially, as I said, this new moon, this moon cycle will help us identify the problems and resolve them. So I will also show you the full moon following this, which is the lunar eclipse in Pisces. And here you have the chart. So the sun is 1522 Virgo and the moon 1522 Pisces. And they're very close to the node, so it is a total lunar eclipse. So Mercury is close by, but it's kind of out of the opposition by 5 degrees, which is not too close. Otherwise, this moon is not in aspect with anything else. So other than the south node and the north node, so this moon is unaspected. And I need to see one thing. Let me see. Declination. Declination. Just a second, because I want to know if yeah. Okay, September um, September 7th, the moon is within bounds. It goes out of bounds on the 12th to the 18th. Okay, so it's not out of bounds, but it's unaspected, and the sun is unaspected. So this is a wild card eclipse. I will make a specific video for the full moon, for the lunar eclipse, but just to show you that we have this configuration, 1 degree, every planet 1 degree. This is unheard of. They have never been this exact in these signs for thousands of years. So this is something very unusual, very rare. I mean, it's unique. I would say we are in times that are completely new, brand new. And this sextile, this small triangle, has been active since August 24th, and for several days. See, this is September 7th, and they are still holding this perfection of sextiles and trine at 1 degree. 1 degree 39 Pluto, 1 degree 11 Neptune, 1 degree 27 Uranus. So it will be perfect for several days, several weeks, in fact. So we will talk about that another time. But I hope you can see the energies of this moon. And I will go really fast talking about every rising sign, starting with Virgo. So if Virgo is your first house, then is you who are finding a problem and solving it. If it is Libra, it will be in the 12th house, something that is working behind the scenes. If it is Scorpio rising, then this will be your alliances, your dreams and hopes for the future that needs some cleaning. If your rising is Sagittarius, this new moon will be regarding your public position or your career, your civil status. If your rising is Capricorn, then this new moon will be in the 9th house regarding long distance travel, education, cultural beliefs, religion. If your rising is Aquarius, then this will be the 8th house regarding shared resources and profound transformations. If you have Pisces rising, then Virgo will be your partner, associate, or the way you relate to any other person. If your rising is Aries, Virgo will be your 6th house of daily routines, health, etc. If your rising is Taurus, then Virgo will be your 5th house, your children, creativity, fun. If your rising is Gemini, then Virgo will be your house, your home, your family. If your rising is Cancer, then Virgo is your 3rd house of communication and your skills, neighbors, siblings. If your rising is Leo, then Virgo will be your 2nd house of resources, your money, your family, and such. So, as I said, in order to have a personalized interpretation of this new moon, you need to have a one-on-one conversation, consultation with me, your personal confidential astrologer. I use any platform that you would like to use, WhatsApp, FaceTime. We can do Zoom, Google Meet, Skype, whatever you like. But it will be confidential. And I also analyze not only the transits, but I look at the progressions, profections. I look at general stage in your life. So because interpretations are not the same for an 18-year-old or 80-year-old, right? So I take every factor into consideration, and you will not be deceived by my work. So really, you can trust this work. I go thoroughly through. Remember, I'm a Virgo rising. So don't hesitate to send me an email to this email on the screen. And I will see you next time talking about eclipses. So meanwhile, look at this video so you can be prepared for the eclipses, the next eclipse in the North Node in Pisces. So thank you for watching, for subscribing, giving it a like, and making comments and asking questions. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.